Yes, hello, welcome. I think now it's time to start. Thank you for your patience. We were supposed to start at 10:30, but as you probably didn't miss, we have some trouble in Germany. We have every year again, they're targeting our wonderful fair, making it very difficult for us to recover from the pandemic and generating good business. So that's very frustrating, but let's not talk about that. Let's look at the optimistic things we have for today. And today here at the IGBE Travel Track, we have 7 sessions filled with amazing content. So thank you for being here. I know you're here for the panel coming up, but I also want to highlight that there's more sessions coming up until 2:30. So we will learn a lot from the Asian frontier of digital innovation. I think it's always super exciting to see how they deal with innovation and technology adoption in other countries and other markets. And let's just see what innovations we can have there. We're extremely honored. We have a cooperation with TravelDaily China. So we have Charlie Lee as a partner. He will host the session and he will make sure that we get the best insights from our wonderful guests for today. After that, we will look into the camping sector. It's a sector I think is a bit underestimated. There's happening a lot. It's an interesting industry, but they're also having a lack of digitalization. I mean, did you ever try, if you're going camping, I don't know if you do, but were you ever successfully booking it online and looking for it, comparing prices, looking what's the best option? So we have Michael Frischkorn from PinCamp today joining us as well, telling us about the digital journey of the camping sector. Super interesting if you're up for learning something about that. We will have Skyscanner today. They will share their research, their latest one about traveler insights and consumer behavior. We will talk about railway as well. So today we go into all our interesting facets of the industry. We will talk about resale and a use case from Ego, a French railway company. They're coming here and sharing their latest innovation. We have transportation taking a turn. We will look into why we're still in 2024 not able to have the real connected trip, why we're still not able to do in one booking everything we want to do. It's super complicated to use public transportation, train tickets, etc. So we have the leading aggregator for transportation tickets worldwide, Travelier, coming together with Check My Bus, the world's largest meta searcher for the bus market, and they will share their numbers and statistics from the market and what they think how that would evolve and why there's such a huge potential in that sector to be digitized very soon. And then we talk about airline distribution as well. I mean, we have been talking about NDC and direct distribution in that sector as well. We have Glenn Morgan, who is a very famous insider of the airline industry. He's coming and he will give us a keynote and he will have a chat with Boris Pandovan, who's an expert in airline distribution. So if you're up for learning something about that, please join us. And then we close with TikTok and Hyatt. They share how Hyatt leverages TikTok to help customers discover the brand of Hyatt. Well, I don't want to use more time because we lost some time already, but I'm super excited for this panel. And we will hear from Asia what lessons they can share in digital innovation. I welcome on stage Charlie Lee. Thank you so much for being here with us, and I thank you for the partnership.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to follow your conversation.
Thank you.
Please have.
Good morning, everyone. I'm lucky, actually, I managed to be here on time. Thanks for myself, actually, keep running all the day, so I can keep running almost 1 mile from the taxi to be here. Okay, it's my pleasure to be here to moderate this panel session of digital transformation learning from Asia. As Lee has introduced, actually, digital transformation has been the strategic focus for the travel industry over the past decade. The new technologies such as Web3, AR, VR, and definitely generative AI, all of them has the potential to transform the travel industry in terms of improving the customer experience, improving the operation efficiency. Looking forward, how the new technology will be shaping the travel space, how this will be progressing, and what we can learn from our Asian company. As we all know, Asian actually is a hotline for new technology implementation. Today, I'm very honored to invite 3 distinguished speakers from Asia's leading travel and hotel companies to share their views on this topic. So let me introduce our speakers, Mr. Jeff King, CEO of Yanolja Cloud. Please join me to welcome Jeff. Ms. Vivian Zhou is the Vice President of Jiang International Group. Thank you. Mr. Zhiwei Bai is the Chief Commercial Officer of Tongcheng Travel. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Please. I have let's take some big question at the very beginning. So please name the biggest challenge, the biggest opportunity that you think the travel industry is currently facing in technology and digitalization, and tell us why that. Thank you.
I believe the threat is kind of the opportunity. So I think the AGI is the most important trend we need to think of. Originally, we have used quite fragmented and complex ecosystem for travel. So as you understand, all the data has been fragmented. That's the reason why, even though we made the reservation through the online travel agency during the pre-trip, but in trip, we never opened the travel service because we cannot use the service for the check-in or room service or concierge service. Definitely, data is not connected. That's the reason why we don't have to open the travel service during the trip itself. But with the AGI, definitely they will help travelers as a personal assistant. You can imagine that if you have a personal assistant every time, as always, during your trip, probably your level of the quality of the service may be very differentiated from current service. If personal assistant can help your room service, help your concierge service, help your kind of the map or as a guide, it can help anything. It can make many kinds of the recommendation for you during the trip. At the same time, you may make a reservation using many kinds of the different services for each category during your trip. Probably one service for flight booking, the other service for the accommodation, and another service for your foreign activity. So that means all the services are totally complex and disconnected. So it's impossible to manage your travel with one interface. But AGI help you use only one interface to manage all the categories at the same time. So I believe that this will be a big threat to many intermediaries like online travel agency or travel agency and travel operator, because AGI will connect directly between the consumer and supplier without any intermediaries. So it will be a big threat to them. But at the same time, probably it will be huge opportunity for many tech companies or data companies, I think.
Okay, thank you. Vivian.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, everyone, for having me here. We are a company based in Shanghai, and we focus on two things. One is the hotel operation, and the other is we are also a travel operator. I think in terms of the e-travel, there are a lot of opportunities, one of which is how can we meet the emergent needs of the customers. As you see, after the COVID, people travel not just with a single purpose of either business or leisure. Now they have a hybrid purposes of a travel. So as a hotel operator, as a travel operator, how can we leverage the digital technologies to meet their needs? I think there are a lot of opportunities there. So we need to start before they make a plan. Okay, to make sure that they have their business done, meetings done, and at the same time, they can enjoy a little bit of the leisure part, either on their own with their colleagues or with their friends and families. And then secondly, we can also see how we can leverage the virtual reality technologies to give them a feel before they start to make a decision where they go. So that's the thing we want to see. And then in terms of the challenges, I think based on our experience back in China, the key challenge is how do we have a relatively unified API standards so that we will not be confused with all these technical issues. So my IT team will have a better life or easier life to put everything connected through our core system. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. In my view, I think the biggest challenge currently is it's still not very convenient for the mass people to book a trip rather than the frequent travelers, especially for the aged people and the teenagers. They need to know how to book a trip by different tools. They need to download a lot of applications, register many accounts, and manage so many passwords. I think we should provide them a uniform booking method by booking a trip easily in any time, anywhere, any platform. So I think there will be a huge opportunity in this area. Maybe through AI, but either maybe in other applications, such as what we have done in WeChat in China. Currently, we have already served almost 300 million people every year. And we make a huge business in China right now. I think this may be uniform for all over the world. We can provide the booking services for the ordinary people in a very smooth way, rather than a very high threshold applications. So I think there will be a huge opportunities.
Okay, thank you. So AI has been a quite hot topic over the past year, especially actually we see the OpenAI that has launched the so-called Sora. Actually, it's a text-to-video model that looks very impressive to the world and also to the industry. So how do you think Sora and generative AI influence the world of our travel business? And what we should do to prepare for this very exciting new era? Please.
Sometimes I'm asking, have you heard about AGI? Then I think 90%. What does AGI mean? So AGI means artificial general intelligence, and Sora is one of them. I think in this travel industry, there are two kinds of the data. First, content. Second, ARI, availability rate, and the inventory. So in that sense, I believe content has been quite poor, because to make the better content, definitely we need to put more manual resource. So in that sense, this Sora or this kind of AGI will replace the content area. That means it will replace the manual process with the machine in the short term. But in the long term, probably the AGI can understand the real-time data like ARI, availability rate, and the inventory. So it will support every kind of the consumer journey through the consumer's tour. So I believe that the Sora will show many kinds of the contents connected with the real-time data like ARI. That means probably we mentioned about the metaverse several times, but I think the technology was not ready at that time. But with the Sora and the other AGI technologies, I think in the future we can see another level of the metaverse with the advanced contents and the real-time data like ARI.
Okay, thank you.
Our company, and especially myself, have been following the emergence of GPT and other artificial intelligence technologies very closely. But in our view, for our industry, I would say digital technologies, especially GPT, should be an empowerment, not a replacement of what we are doing here. So I use it as a tool of productivity. So if you talk about a Sora, I think this is a fantastic tool for my marketing team, okay? I want them to spend more time coming out with great ideas, but then how to translate ideas into a video and a picture and a graph, I think we can give this role to the machine to help us. And secondly, I think we not just focus on the content, but also how we can make a more efficient and a quick, personalized trip. Okay, in terms of transportation means, the destinations you want to go, and then activities, experience you can enjoy. In the past, our travel agency people only rely on this mind. But now we have another mind that our team can use. So be able to have become more responsive to the customer needs whenever they want. So that's, I think, we need to embrace these digital technologies, okay, boldly and openly. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I think currently, AI firstly inspire our imagination in our industry because travel is a very traditional industry, especially in hotel. Actually, it has been running in thousands of years, and even in the online travel industry, it's developed for decades. So I think it's a quite mature industry and a little bit boring. After AI, we can imagine a lot. And firstly, I think AI can illuminate how wonderful a destination is, and it can inspire the people to travel. And also, it can help us a lot in improve our service quality and productivity. For example, we can, just like what Vivian have seen, we can make a schedule for the customers very rapidly. Currently, most of the customers need to have a schedule by their hand or by their mind first, and then break down into different products, and then book their product by various applications. In the future, I think all of this will be done with the help by AI. So I think there will be a great opportunity. But currently, it's still in imagination right now.
Okay. So you think this, with this implementation of this new technology such as Sarah, so probably some of your vendors, such as advertising agents, might lose their business or even their job. Some of these people working in your team. You think this will happen?
Yeah, definitely. So productivity is kind of the fundamental change. But as I told you, in the long run, probably it will change over the travel industry itself because we don't have to have a manual process to make a content, and also we don't have to have a manual process to deliver the data itself. So totally the innovation in this sector through the new innovation like Sora or ChatGPT.
Okay. What's your view?
I think all the third-party vendors need to learn very quickly how they could embrace these technologies first, rather than their clients. And I think it's more than help them improve the efficiency, and also from a hotel company perspective, I think it's also a good way to centralize or to regulate the content that you want to communicate to the rest of the world in a very organized way. Because what we're doing is that the company will create a core content of the elements, and then with the power of these technologies, I can make sure that my people will generate the right message with the core elements that I need, no matter where they are. So I think with the technologies, this has become a reality.
Yeah, actually, we have working on this for years in different areas, not by AI, but not by Sora, but by some kind of similar technology, especially for the dynamic marketing. Because we have a lot of marketing campaign every day. We need generate thousands of marketing material every day. If they are made by hand, we cannot doing so right now. All of us making the marketing materials majority by the machine. Secondly, to provide the services for the customer, actually, most of the customers need to combine different products for one trip. We provide such choices where our system just like air tickets plus train tickets. And also in some of the content areas, we also want to generate some contents via AI. But the customer is very intelligent. So you know which contents are created by the real person, which are the by AI. Actually, I think currently most of the attractive materials are generated by the real person. So we have contracted a lot of KOC or KOL. So currently we are using both of them. But right now, I think just what I have mentioned before, AI currently is still in the early stage. In the early stage, we need to run our business based on the real situation right now.
Okay, thank you very much. The new tech definitely opened the door for actually producing very creative content. And okay, so there's another question saying that there's a lot of Asian-oriented, let's say, super apps, actually, especially in the travel and transportation business. But some people may think actually it's a great one, but others think it's only suitable for the Asia Pacific market, not for Europe and Americans, such as something like Alipay and WeChat, such as, and I'm not sure either your company is also so-called
we are doing the super
app, yeah? Super app. So what's your take on super app? And do you think it's a great idea worldwide or just only work for Asia?
I believe Europe is kind of the origin of the travel industry. So most of the traditional travel technologies were made in Europe. But in the States, they made the online travel agency business model. And they would like to bypass some of the intermediaries made by Europe. So until then, I think digital technologies were not made. That means were not prepared that much. So in terms of the traditional technologies in the travel industry, were a little bit the lag behind in terms of the technology level. But in Asia, I think Asia was late to make a travel industry step because of the level of the economy size, I think. That's the reason why they start quite later than the others. That means Asian companies can use the better digital technologies than the United States or Europe. So they were prepared to use many technologies to connect different categories or to connect different value chain stages. But I think Super App is not just kind of the application with many categories. It's too simple one. I don't believe that. That means to connect different categories or different value chains, definitely data technologies should be used very originally. And so that means I think from now on, the Europe or the US can use the super business different from the previous days, because up to now, the European travelers or the United States travelers can use the traditional services only, and they could be happy. But currently, you will use the ChatGPT sometime, right? You will use the AGI. That means very, very naturally, global citizens will be open to the new service like Super App. So I would like to say that AGI means machine can be more than 10 times smarter than human. Probably at least within 10 years. So if you are not using the AGI, that means you will be 1/10 smarter than the other one using the AGI. So that means I believe that sometime global travelers will use the Super App like Asia.
Okay, thank you.
Super app, yes, it's a big thing in China and also Asia. I think whether the future of a business model can survive purely depends on the insights of the customers. I think super app has tested to be a success case in China because it's very easy. It's just a one-stop service, a one-stop platform, and you can get everything you need for your travel and for other, shopping and other activities or booking F&B outlets. So I see no difference between the East and the West on this customer insights. So I have no doubt that super app will become a big thing and have a big demand here in Europe or in the US. And remember, Elon Musk also speak very highly of the business model of a WeChat. And I think that he tried to model the X after what we have been through in China. So I have no doubt about the future of a super app in the rest of the world other than Asia. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, because we are growing up in super apps in WeChat, so I think the super app is very popular in Asia, especially in China, such as WeChat, Alipay, and LINE as well. I think their success is really based on the mass market. which have a huge amount of mobile users, because it can easily build up a win-win solution for both the users and the merchants. So users can easily find almost every services they need in a super app. And especially for the aged people and the teenagers, they needn't to download hundreds of applications. They needn't to register hundreds of accounts. They needn't to remember so many passwords, only in one super app. So that's why they succeed. For the merchants, they can easily find millions of users in one applications. And it's definitely lower down the threshold for the merchants to acquire new customers and to education the customers. So I think it's very successful in a market which have a lot of mobile users. I think even in the Vietnam, it can also be succeed, especially in some in the help of some new technology. I think, in my point of view, actually, iOS ecosystem is some kind of super app. You know, in Siri, you can almost do a lot of things. In the future, I think maybe you can do everything by Siri. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just the next question is only for you. Actually, I know your company, you started business from building actually economy hotel booking platform, especially for young couples. Then you expand to other segment of the hotel booking. You also buy the largest PMS company in Korea, and also you invest quite a lot of company in India, US, yeah? You also acquired actually the Israel-based hotel wholesaler, Go Global. It looks like you are doing everything. So why you need to buy all these companies rather than just working with the different partners? Any logic behind this decision?
As I told you, we would like to address very critical issues in travel industry, fragmented and complex data flow. Without addressing this issue, it's impossible to make another level of the services using AGI or whatever. So we believe that we need to digitalize the properties, the suppliers first. If hotel is not digitalized, like your business, or if the leisure facilities or corporate courses, residentials, and restaurants are not digitalized, it's impossible to bring the data from the supplier directly. If we depend on the manual process, definitely it's impossible to realize the next level service. So we try to build the digitalized solution using the cloud for the small and medium first. And we have expanded this service into the other kinds of the categories or the other types of the services like large hotels or very small resort and so on. That's the first step we made. So we has been quite successful to realize this business model in Korea. So we would like to prove our capability with the end customer and suppliers with another services like a bed bank. So original bed bank business is quite poor. So it's kind of the stagnant business, I think. So we try to change the architecture of the service with the machine learning and the AI, the technologies. So we realized next version of the bed bank business to connect between the supplier and consumer. But nobody trusts us. So we started the OTA as well in Korea. And luckily, we became the largest OTA within the 5 years. That means everybody trusts our capability to directly connect the data between the end customer and the supplier. And then you would like to expand our business globally. So we got the investment from the GIC and the Booking Holdings and the SoftBank Vision Fund. We got more than 2 billion the funding from those investors. With this, we try to expand our business model and technologies outside Korea. So we started from the Asia first and expanded into Europe and United States and Latin America, Africa, and Middle East. So currently we have 50 offices in 30 countries, and we are doing our business in 200 countries. So anyway, we started from the startup in Korea. So we try to prove our business model and technologies first locally, And then with this evidence, we try to expand our business model geographically and category-wise. So Yanolja is doing very broad businesses, but we would like to co-work with many partners. It's impossible to innovate this industry alone. That means we definitely would like to co-work and collaborate with many companies, and we would like to be kind of the foundation to connect the data or to provide the advanced solution to improve our partners' productivity.
Okay, thank you very much. It seems that you are going to build super online travel booking for around the globe, yeah, not only targeting for the Korean market.
Kind of the enablement.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, because time is running up.
Phone on? Yes, it is on. No, I could go on listening to you for another hour, for sure. There's so much you can share. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We have a tight schedule. It was an honor to have you here. Charlie, if you close the round and we hand over to the next session. And I have a quick question to each of you. Where can the audience connect with you if they want to learn more about your companies? Is there something you can recommend, a website or a LinkedIn profile, please?
Yeah, you can reach me at our website, 3wly.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, it's the initial name of Luyou in Chinese.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I think I'm here after the panel, so if you guys are interested in our company, which has more than 12,000 hotels in the world, feel free to talk to me. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you.
You can be connected through the LinkedIn. So if you look on, my name is Jeff Kim, Jeffkim, and you can be connected with me through the LinkedIn. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
And the same for you, Charlie Lee, right? TravelDaily China is a publication in China about travel, but you can also connect on LinkedIn and you find some YouTube sessions with you. Thank you so much for being here. It was an honor to have you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.